Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we're gonna go over one of my most favorite strategy, which is break of trend lines. It's one of the most simple strategy, most useful strategy that anyone can use as a scalper. So let's choose a random spot to back test this and show you guys how it works. I'm gonna lower my time frame to 5 minutes because that way we don't lose the data. Mind you guys, I'm only gonna use strictly trend line. That doesn't mean you should go ahead and strictly use trend line as well. So use other confluences with it as well. The way I draw my trend lines is from all the way high to the low, and then I draw another one. So I basically lock price like this. Bam. So now in this case, what I'm gonna do is lower my time frame to 5 minutes. So in this case, I can take a sell at 500, and then buys, I'll take a buy above at 750. So my buys would be above 750 and 10 pips stop loss. We're gonna aim for 10 pips first, and then after 10 pips, we'll move our target. And then my sells will be at 500. My target will be 10 pips. The reason why I'm taking 500 in this case is because of this low and then this high. If price breaks below, it's gonna break my trend line as well. Most likely I'll hit 10 pips. Same thing here. It's gonna be break of trend line and break of this high. Most likely I'll hit 10 pips. So let's give it one more candle. Price broke the trend line, now it's ranging. So now price broke the bullish trend line. In this case, most likely my sells will be triggered. So let's see what happens. Sells are triggered. If we disrespect these 2 wicks, we're most likely good for sells. But right now, currently we're in drawdown. Testing the trend line again. Rejected it. We were good in this trade. And 10 pips hit. So we broke the trend line, ranged, made a resistance, and made a support. How this trade played out was sells were activated, tested the trend line, rejected it, and then we came back, tested this resistance, making a resistance, and below we made a support. So every time a trend line is broken, I want to see a little range. If volume is down, I want to see a little range making a support and resistance, and below the support in this case we were good till 10 pips. So now my next target will be 20 pips. $20 pips hit. So now my stop loss will be break even. Next target will be 30 pips. Let's see if we can get 30 pips from this setup. Break even. Now price is making a low and a high. In that case, another trend line setup. So I'm gonna delete this, and that's the high, current high. Below this, I can take another sell at 350, 10 pips stop loss, and first target is 10 pips. Price is ranging 600. Looks good for a buy because this trend line will be broken. So 10 pips, stop loss, first target. Price is still ranging. Hit 16 pips, then a break is even. So far, 2 for 2. So since price is still ranging now, we can put a trend line. So what we're gonna wait for is a high and a low to put a trend line. So high is formed. Let's look at traffic to the left. Another sells could be at 150. So I can take another sell at 150. 10 pips stop loss. First target will be 10 pips. hit 10 pips. Next target is 20 pips. Boom, hit 20 pips. Next target could be 30 pips. So in one setup, he took 3 trades. So 24 pips, 16 pips, 23 pips. These two wasn't activated. This is one of the easiest scalping strategy that I use personally in my charts. It's one of my favorite. As you guys saw, I only scalped mostly 5 minutes and I caught 23, 16, and 24 pips, and with just 3 trades. If you guys are using it, make sure you guys use it with your own confluences. Trendline strategy could be risky if you don't know what you're doing. So what I recommend is, if you do not know what you're doing, first get the knowledge. This channel is all about simplicity. As you guys saw, we only took 3 trades, 23 pips, 16 pips, 24 pips. And like I always say, trading is what you make it. You can make it as simple as possible and you can make it as complicated as possible. Mind you guys, I didn't use nothing crazy, no indicators, strictly just trend lines and low and the high of the wick. And I use the same type of strategy in my daily basis, but I do use other confluences with them. This was just an example that you can still be profitable and trade just strictly as trend lines and still get the same type of pips. But I hope you guys learned something new. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys join the live trading lab. I go live every single day and I can show you guys the same strategy live on the market. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at FXSlaughterGBP. Other than that, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.